brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Check, check.
Coco, over here.
Check, check, check.
Shift. Watch the shift. Check 30.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Flush to his right. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Inside.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Being chased out left. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Switch.
Hey, check 26. Mike, 53. Mike.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll try the right side with Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
53, Mike 53.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. But he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
319.
Check 53.
Right left.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
319.
Now Jones. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
One back in the game. That's Jones, second and goal.
Kill.
He'll get it up the middle. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
First down, Detroit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give, right side. Mays. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stafford. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong
blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a first down carry by Jones. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
53, Mike 53. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Shift.
Hey, leg.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 99 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So how about that for a backbreaker? Again, 99 yards.
And how about the audacity of the play call? When you're backed up that close to your goal line, usually you're just trying to run some type of a wedge play, a quarterback sneak, a dive, anything to try and create some room and take care of the ball. But that's confidence in your offensive line that they'll protect the guy.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, it's Jones. David Onyemata there on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, it's Williams. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun to give to Jones. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Oh, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Raekwon McMillan. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers, too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Lions' 28-yard line.
58. We are going.
Now Rodgers. It's caught by Funchess. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Crouch. Show it up. Show it up.
Check 30.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Za'Darius Smith. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Number 53. Mike 53.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
25. Check 25. Check 25.
Get 300. Get 300.
Slam. 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 Check 3. Check 3. Check nickel. 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 Joker. 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 Joker.
On first down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Begin.
Hey, Mike.
Rush in. Rush in.
Easy.
This is Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. Working from the gun, Rodgers. That's caught, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now this throw caught left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Middle. Hey, wahoo!
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
180.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, 50. You don't want it. Bravo.
Let him know.
To the air again, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Preston Smith. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,